Hello and welcome back to the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy, otherwise known as Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Revisited. The last time, remember, we just got through almost 3 goddamn hours worth of investigation, and now we're going into another part in which I originally did on my 7OS, but it never came through because of the transfer. And that is the trial. And this one is going to be a two-parter. Oh boy, it's going to be a two-parter. So let's go to Day 3, the trial former in Episode 5, Rise from the Ashes. February 24th, 9:41 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2.
So, what do you think, Mr. Wright?
I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time.
And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed.
I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning.
We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. So how'd it go?
It's as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless.
I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. Plea bargain? What do you mean by that?
We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma.
But what? Don't tell me you...
Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. Miss Scott. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall.
What kind of trace evidence?
Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you?
In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall?
We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Guy?
Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright.
Oh, this one's a doozy. When I originally did this, a lot that is going to happen is going to be videotaped before a live studio audience. February 24th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 9. And let me remind you, after I'm done with this case, I'm taking a short break from this. just because I want to rebuild on what I'm doing already. On here. PS4 I'm good, but on here I have to rebuild my stock of Let's Plays. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is... I'm afraid you'll have to clarify.
It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time.
But that's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared.
Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car.
Wow. It's a messed up trial. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself.
Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things. Even though he doesn't know what's going on himself.
And that's supposed to be an admirable trait. Very well, let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand. For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department. The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer? Things are getting wild from the get-go. Will the witness please state his name and occupation?
Yes, sir! I am Officer Mike Meekins, sir! My occupation is, that would be murderer, sir!
And so you're telling us you're a professional killer?
Sir! It was me, sir! I'm the one who did it! I'll never kill anyone again, sir! You got to believe me, sir!
Actually, what we'd like from you to...
Sir! I want you to call part of the younger generation, sir! A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend!
You're stupid. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Help me, sir! Officer Meekins.
Yes, sir!
Give us your report of the crime. Consider that in order.
Yes, sir! As you wish. After all, I am part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir.
Wait, we gotta tell him what to do? What kind of stock is he from? You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm. I cannot.
Crime report, sir!
Oh, God. What kind of testimony?
You see, sir, I'm crazy, sir.
We can see that.
I'm detached in your head, sir.
We understand that, too.
I'm special, sir.
We understand.
Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and went into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life. Then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. I'm sorry, sir, I did a bad.
So, the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you.
Do unto others before they do unto you!
That's backwards, man.
That's the Meekins family motto, sir.
I see. Then you fainted and a colleague helped you regain consciousness.
Yes, sir! He knocked me upside the head, sir!
I'm sure. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. What I need here is more info to work with. Let it be known that this series really upped its game with everything that needed not to be thrown at, but it got thrown in. You got videotape, then after that supernatural, and then after that time travel. Oh, this series just went all foobar on itself. It's not your normal duty. What is your normal duty, son? Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you know?
Yes, sir! I am in charge of hiring new recruits, sir! Yes?
Now there's a scary thought. Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed.
I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir.
The Blue Badger.
The Blue Bastards of Justice? Yes, sir! The lovely police mask got created by a chief of detectives, sir.
And so, that day was made when the blue bastard was born.
I was sure, sir, it wasn't broken during the transferal process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir.
Please kill me. You just look at that thing, it's like, please kill me. Yes, I agree, Judge. That look just said it all. Like, the fuck. I see. It sounds like a very important mission.
After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room.
Oh. So, that's why you went to the evidence room. Tell us, what did you see when you got there? In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct?
Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck.
No, like we don't see that. So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? At the time.
There it is! I found it! This is the one right here.
Could you please read us the number?
Yes, sir. It's 498-9596. That's my number, sir.
I see. But the number 498-9596. You were here twice. Is shown as being used twice. For now we have 3 people on that list. Miles Edgeworth, Mike Meekins, and Bruce Goodman. Please, explain, witness.
It's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. And the second time is when I went to go get him after everything held down.
I see. So it was during that second time.
Yes, sir. That was when I spotted the man on the security screen.
ID card record update. So, you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you?
It was a kniffy, sir! A kniffy!
Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you. What happened then?
Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was.
You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into.
That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him.
And he's going,
I'll harm you so bad. I tried to hit him so hard, sir. I tried to knock his dignity out of him.
You tried to knock his what?
His kniffy! That's how I got this scratch on my hand. Maybe if you just kept your cool, the hands wouldn't be... When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar.
I can't picture him doing that. I picture him doing the octopus arms. What exactly do you mean when you say you did it?
I know I don't look like the type, but I'm really into Kung Fu films, sir.
Oh, Sammo Hung would love your dumbass. I'm not sure about Bruce Lee, but I'm pretty sure Sammo Hung would love your dumbass. Probably Jet Li, too.
The man let his guard down for this, so I snatched his kniffy from him.
You took his knife?
I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. And I knocked his kniffy right out of his hand, sir. I made sure to close my eyes like a man.
Excuse me for a moment. I had to... That face right there. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. What the... Son, you did what? He must have been desperate.
The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood, and then the next thing I knew...
Yes?
He punched me right in my face, sir!
About what time did you regain consciousness?
No offense, sir. But how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious.
Oh. Right. According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30.
Hit me right in my head, too. I woke up crying tears of pain.
That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered. That is. This is so cold-blooded, even I gotta do this a second time. So cold-blooded, I had to do that twice just because.
When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir.
Your mission.
Yes, sir. The blue bastard, sir.
Ah, yes, the blue bastard. I mean, him.
I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand.
We can all rest easy now. The blue bastard of justice. I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. Yes, Sean, only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point. Is Officer Meekins?
With regard to that, sir. Take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Chief delivered it to me just this morning, sir.
The chief delivered it? What is that? A videotape?
Yes, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room.
Objection! What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape, and was told it had been mistakenly erased. Well, that's quite a mistake.
I just the one told, sir. So it's really good.
Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever. Well then, let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim.
Oh. Please stop using that word murder, sir. It scares me.
A video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? A lot of bullshit, Phoenix. A lot of bullshit. Now notice, the time is definitely going to play a factor in this, just because of what we're about to see. This poor thing is like, please kill me. For all that is good in the world, please kill me. The blue bastard of just us. Well, we see Goodman Oh, by the way, if you want to speed this up, you can speed this up.
Red flag. This is not for all the children who are watching this.
KO!
I did it.
That thing is like, this poor looker there is just saying, please kill me. He has that look of desperation, like,
Please kill me.
the fuck was that? What the fuck was that?
I'm sorry, sir.
Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. Yes, we're all saying, what the fuck was that? How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us? For those who say I should play Five Nights at Freddy's, go fuck yourself, that ain't happening. Night Trap! I mean... What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood?
Sir! That is the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir! It's the Blue Bastard, sir!
The Blue Bastard's more like it.
Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised this is going smoothly?
So we get the security video in which we are so gonna be just replaying and replaying till the cows come home. I believe. Yes, well, anyway. This tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter someone in the evidence room and some sort of activity. Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness testimony will suffice. Is that all right with you, Officer Meekins?
dumbass, sir! I'm a complete dumbass, but I'm a complete dumbass, sir. As you wish, sir! I'm still a complete dumbass, sir.
Son, we need to have a long talk about this BS. The mystery man.
Sir, I have to go tickle. His face can't be clearly seen in the video, but there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it.
What's this about a fingerprint? Each detective has been given a locker, equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can be opened by the detective it belongs to. Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have to have been Detective Goodman. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. I don't know where this cross-examination will lead. But everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start. Hold it. However, the most important detail is not shown in this video. The man's face.
Sir! If I may say something, sir.
Please do. After all, you are the one being examined.
I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his kniffy into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir.
Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie. That is, unless the defense can find a problem with it.
Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again.
Is there a problem with the security video? Oh, there's a problem. There's definitely a problem. Oh, yeah, I think there's a problem. Man, and the actual tape isn't. Oh, true enough, but I'm skipping that because if you say, no, there's no problem, this is what happens. That makes so much more intense than the movies. Yeah, you can use the player to watch it as much as you like. The security video. take another look at the footage. But in truth, there is a problem with it. Regarding the video contained on this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange. This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman. What? This video contains such a contradiction. Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal. Yes, Miss Edgeworth. I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video. He would want me to point it out. Very well, proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of. I have to point out a problem in the video? This is the first time I've ever had to do that.
You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing. Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video.
How did this guy ever become a police officer? And now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is the contradiction that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman? As you see right here, look at that. Look at this right here. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Officer Meekins.
Sir! Do you mean me, sir?
Who else is Officer Meekins around here? As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint. If it's a match. Fries are done. The light turns on and the lock is released.
According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir.
If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture.
Please, kill me.
It makes me wonder if they ever did do the unspeakable, which is make a blue bastard plushie. But that's still, please kill me, look. I beg you, in the name of God, please kill me. If you look at him really hard, it's like he's about to break into tears. Like, please kill me. Put me out of misery. Cut me. Break me. Please. For all that is holy in this world, kill me. He's even asking the dude, please, have mercy on me. Knock me over, please. Please, kill me. Sir, please kill me. Please, sir, please, kill me. I'm willing to die for the police department, I don't care. I'm just a piece of plywood. I'm not even mascot worthy. Please, sir, kill me. When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind to a little earlier. Here. Notice the light? What's this? Oh! It's already lit! Mm-hmm. Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. Order! What's the meaning of this? It's very simple, Your Honor. This locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime. But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked. Oh, I know. It must have broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this. That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction. Oh, well, it just goes to show novices should keep their mouth shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation? Me, Your Honor? Yes. Why wasn't the locker locked?
Me, Your Honor? Yes. Well, you see, this isn't exactly my field.
What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator?
Huh? Oh, maybe something like jam the system. Maybe something like jam the system sensor?
Someone jammed the sensor. There's something else that seems out of place in this video.
Yeah, I thought so too. There's got to be another clue somewhere in this footage.
Very well. Let's inspect the video once more. The locker wasn't locked. Mr. Wright, please point out the cause of this. Well, okay, let's just fast forward. See this right here? Bam! 42, 43, it all counts. Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier. Excuse me. What's this? Something white fell out of the locker.
Sir! It's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened. I often fall out and roll out my...
Nobody cares, boy. Nobody cares. We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggered the lock when the door shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door? Inserted? Yes, inserted. Very much inserted. Very much inserted. Very much inserted. Did you say my Kniffy was in there? Very well, it wasn't certain. See, look at that, right there. Even the blue badger saw that. He's like, this white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor.
Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times when it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing,
but the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door. Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents. It would need to be an insulator. Yes, an insulator. But at the crime scene, there just might have been something that fits the description.
But sir! But if you allow me...
I think I finally got this figured out. Very well. Will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was this insulator that was stuck in the locker door? Well, sir, it just happened to be this rubber glove. I found this near the locker, a thin rubber glove. But we can't be sure that was in the victim's locker. It has a tag that says the locker. Case. The lit lamp attests to this. You know, on the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins?
Sure. Oh! It would appear so! Sir!
Order! 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 So are we to believe then that the victim whom this detective stabbed in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman? Do not be misled, Your Honor. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. What? Officer Meekins, please testify about this.
Sir! Me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh! You mean yes, sir? Of course, sir. Is this a joke?
Very well. Begin your testimony. Mystery Man 2. We'll just call this revised. The true face of justice, folks.
Just one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card.
An ID card record, I see. I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. Excuse me. The ID used at 514 is that of the victim. Just before the crime. Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transfer. Why were there so few people using this room? This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. Special cases. Extremely violent cases involving police staff.
Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end.
Me too. Although it doesn't make much of a difference. There were only a few cases up for transfer there, and most were cleared up by noon. Right. I see. Now, let us move on to the court's examination. Son, let me prove something to you. Iggy! Wait one moment, Officer Meekins.
I'm not good at waiting, sir.
I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene. That makes sense. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. A lost item report is only half completed. But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important, enough to fill out this report. Let me guess. You think it's something with the ID card, right? I can't say for sure, but there is a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. Order. So, now, what does this all mean? It can only mean one thing. It doesn't require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card. Order! Does the prosecution have a response? I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright. Bravo, Zulu. Tango Yankee. Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright? Yes. That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If this victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder. That is...
Well, I guess that's right.
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago you seemed content to be pointing your finger around.
This isn't good. This isn't going to end well.
Well. It seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove. Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. The defense has already done the explaining for me. The blue bastard is right there. And the victim in this video is a fake. Which means a murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime. So the real crime could only take place at one location. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The murderer being Miss Lana Skye, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness. Observe the moment the defendant used the murder weapon. That testimony was way too sharp. It was all a trap from the beginning. The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim's Officer Meekins encounter? And where did this person disappear to? However, the trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Guterman. Douchebag. Just so, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something or else on it.
What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? Iggy Audie.
Objection!
One moment, Your Honor. What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven. course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap. What are you talking about? This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. It's showing that blue bastard just like still saying, "Kill me, please." I don't belong here. I'm so glad this game was never on a time limit. Because truth be told, if it was on a time limit, oh god, that'd just be terrible. At this rate, I might be able to do the second Danganronpa game down the line.
Please, kill me now. Call me now for your free reading, please. Kill me.
Since it's been so hot, I'm just drinking something just to keep me cool. I had gone out to 7-Eleven, got myself a double gulp. Just because it's been so hot lately. 78 degrees, my ass. However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter. Mr. Ashworth? Yes, Your Honor. If this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared? I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand.
Mr. Wright, do you mean?
Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness. Oh? Whom do you have in mind? Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. The prosecution requests to hear this person's name. before deciding whether or not to comply. Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have testified, what is his or her name? Jake Marshall. Officer Jake Marshall. Why him? I can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he'd have to say. The prosecution agrees to the defense request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time? We will, Your Honor. Court is now in recess! February 24th, 11:32 a.m. District Court, Lobby Number 2. There's no stopping you there, Mr. Wright. Eh? What do you mean? You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out. I haven't figured anything out. Mama.
You're the one who knows everything.
Emma.
You always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you.
I don't recall ever asking for his protection.
How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me?
Oh, but I'm not interrupting anything, pal. Oh. I guess I am. I'll come back later. Dick! Wait! Detective Gumshoe! What is it? Dick Van Dyke. Come here. Come here. Come back here. Come back here, dude. Come back here. You've got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run all around while on duty.
And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals.
Sorry, Detective.
You better be, pal. Hey! 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 Oi! I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky.
That's okay. So have you brought what I asked?
You mean this, right?
My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request.
My name? Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me.
Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon.
Talk about crazy.
The SL9 incident? But Lana, I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here. You might do well to read them.
I can't believe you. The chief prosecutor were a witness in that case.
Miss Sky was a witness? File for the Joe Dart killing. Saw 2 years ago.
Take it from me. You don't want anything to do with serial murderers. Oh, what? Now that I brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me?
Emma? But why? Why is your name in here? What? My name's in it? I don't know unless... No, it couldn't be... Lana, this SL9 incident, is that... That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dart killings. The Joe Dart killings. No, Lana. That's over with. No!
Emma, wait! You know what? I just remembered. I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here.
Thanks? What the fuck? Jake Marsh, Angel Star, Damon Gant, Mouse Edgeworth. Or Tsurugi. Take a break. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence. Knowing you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. I better take a good look at this file. And with that, I'm actually going to stop here. And in the next part, we're going into the trial ladder, in which we deal with Officer Gunsmoke in high definition. So, I'm saving right here, and I'll see you in the next part. So, stay tuned for the trial ladder when we continue Rise from the Ashes on Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Revisited. Stay tuned for the next part. Thanks so much for watching.